じゃあ、私行くね。お兄ちゃん一人で大丈夫?
How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to 9 Episode 2. So Kakeru is still recovering. He still has his hand and part of his leg petrified, so he's still a bit disabled. Can't really go out and about. He can't really return to school, but Sora can. She doesn't have anything going on, so I guess she gets to go back to her regular life while Kakeru is still stuck here at home. We have gotten a little bit more information on the whole user of the evil eye, a little bit more background, but the reason why Sophie's kind of holding out on us is because she can't really give us information, I guess. It's on a need-to-know basis, which you can argue that, well, we kind of need to know a lot before we kind of go running around, or else things like this will happen. But whatever, I mean, nothing's going to change by complaining, but we do have a big amount of information, and I'm interested to see where things go. If not in this episode, then in the next ones.
大丈夫だって。気をつけていけよ。
へいへい。あ、欠席するって電話しなきゃだよね。
Oh, another important thing here is that Sora might be having symptoms of the artifact erosion effect or whatever. She's being very clingy, but you could also argue, and what I've been arguing is that, yeah, her brother just almost died. Of course she's gonna want to cling to him.
俺からおかんに頼んどく。
おい。ああ、行きたくないな。
サボんなよ。
くそ、余裕だな。行ってきます。
行ってらっしゃい。
I see Sora out the door and then return to the living room. Plopping down on my bed, I reflexively reach for my phone with my right hand before remembering it's petrified. My arm and legs seem to be doing better than yesterday. Still, at this rate, they'll take another 3 or 4 days to fully heal. Guess I'll be skipping an entire week of school. And while I could maybe hide my hand, there's no way to hide the fact that my leg is petrified. Now then, how am I going to explain this to Mom? I can try to tell her my cold is still bad, but I've never been sick this long before, so she'll probably get worried. Whatever, just call her. I pick up my phone with my left hand and call home. After a few seconds, someone picks up.
もしもし、母さん。
お金は振り込みませんよ。
Wow.
そのネタ好きだな。かけるだよ。詐欺じゃないっての。
あんた風邪大丈夫なの？
大丈夫じゃない。学校に休むって連絡しておいてくれないかな。
そんなにひどいの？お母さんそっち行こうか。
いいよ、大丈夫。一人の方が楽だし。
そう？薬ちゃんと飲みなさいよ。
I guess she's caring when it counts.
わかってる。お願いね。
はいはい。お大事に。
Mom hangs up and I drop the phone onto my bed. Thank God she gave in so easily. I can't let her see I can't let her see what's happened to my arm and leg, excuse me. Now that my only task for the day is done, I'm free to do whatever. And whatever may be. If I want to be ready for the upcoming fight, I need to hurry up and figure out how to use my artifact. Supposedly, artifacts inform the user they contract with how to harness their powers. However, nothing like that has happened to me yet. If my artifact has a voice, I can't hear it. So the question is, how do I make that voice audible? How do I start understanding what it wants to say? After thinking about it for a long time, I finally hit on an idea. Meditation. According to Sophie, our two worlds were originally one. And the point of divergence was people learning how to use artifacts. Therefore, once upon a time, before the split, people in this world were able to see, or to use artifacts. Buddhism has a concept called Zen, where you focus your mind by cutting off all distracting thoughts. Considering how long ago that practice started, perhaps it was originally developed as a method to communicate with one's artifact. So if I can reach total concentration through meditation, I might finally be able to awaken my artifact's powers. I've got all day to try, so I may as well see how far I can get. Mark my words, oh artifact of mine, I'll find you if it's the last thing I do. I slide onto the floor and sit in a cross-legged meditating pose. Then I take a deep breath and I let it out. Finally, I close my eyes. We're gonna have to have a lot of patience here. I don't think we're having a lot of patience here. I slowly open my eyes. So much for that plan. I guess I should have expected that. What kind of moron assumes Zen has anything to do with artifacts? I don't even know where my artifact is. Why did I think I'd be able to hear it? It's supposed to always be teleporting somewhere close to me, but I haven't seen anything artifact-like around me at all. Besides, everyone else is able to hear their artifact just fine without going through all this meditation crap. If I can't hear my artifact, then it's because I'm completely lacking in talent, or because my artifact is too weak to be noticeable, or because I'm not actually a user at all. Did I seriously think that I'd just huddle up on the floor for a few seconds and zen up my powers when I don't even know the first thing about artifacts? Rather than wasting my time trying weird things, I'm better off asking someone who does know something about them. She'll probably be mad that I'm calling her again, but this is important.
ソフィー、少し話せないか?
I called out to her. No response. Either she's busy or she's ignoring me. Oh, there we go. Just as I'm about to give up, a black rift crackles into existence. Sophie pops out, looking visibly irritated.
何?
今いいか?
よくなかったら来ないわよ。早く要件を言って。
What a busy person she is.
アーティファクトの覚醒の仕方を教えてくれ。
3分程度の瞑想じゃ目覚めないわよ。おバカね。
Damn it, this asshole was watching me the whole time.
じゃあ、もっと長時間やればいいのか?
知らないわよ。
はあ?
言ったじゃない。自覚のないユーザーなんて前例がない。例外中の例外のアーティファクトの目覚めさせ方なんて知らないわよ。
じゃあ、さっき瞑想じゃ目覚めないって断言したのはなんだよ。バカとまで言ったぞ。
ノリよ。
I can't believe I ever said this jerk was a good person.
聞かれるまでもなく。知っていたら監視なんて回りくどいことはせずにとっくに教えてるわよ。
そりゃそうか。俺がユーザーじゃないって可能性は?
There's some things I doubt about Sophie because things are on a need-to-know basis, and, well, I argue certain things are needed to know way far in advance, but I don't know. She could just be lying.
ない。対抗力の話はしたでしょ。あなたとても高いのよ。
対抗力。アーティファクトの力に抵抗する力ってことだよな。
そうね。私の透明化のエンチャントや空の能力を見破るのもそうだし、睨み合っていた時間に対して石化の進行が遅い。
ゴーストもそんなことを言っていたな。
It's basically plot armor.
あなたがユーザーじゃなければそんな高い抵抗力を生まれつき持っていることになる。私はそんな人間を見たことがない。
でも九条の能力には普通にかかったぞ。スマホの所有権を記憶ごと奪われた。
それだけあの子の力が強力ということでしょうね。
なるほど。
Okay, so I'm completely useless for offense, but I have great defensive abilities? In that case, I can at least be everyone's meat shield. But that's not enough.
アーティファクトに選ばれなくても強引に契約する手段があるんだよな。
ええ。
教えてくれ。
無理。
Shot down. I expected that answer, but I thought she'd at least consider it.
この後に及んであなたを信用できないというつもりはないけれど、大きなリスクを伴うのよ。
暴走だの発狂だのが待っているのなら、まあそうだよな。わかるんだが、
力を得たい気持ちもわかるけれど、落ち着きなさい。経験上、そういう人間ほど自滅しやすい。あなたがまずすべきことは自覚すること。得意点であると。重要な局面で選択を迫られた時、モラルに反しようと誇りを失おうと最善を選択する覚悟を決めておきなさい。あなたの行動が選択が運命を左右するのよ。
予知でもできれば活かせるんだろうけどな。
とにかく迂闊な選択はしないことね。いついかなる時も先を考える癖でもつけておきなさい。
先をね。分かったよ。
どういたしまして。あなたのアーティファクトに関してはある程度見当がついているんだけれど。
Oh, please share.
じゃあ教えてくれよ。どんな力か。
不確かなことはあまり口にしたくないの。もっとも知ったところでどうにもならないでしょうし。
それはそうだが。
自分で探求なさい。 案外それが覚醒の鍵かもしれないわよ。
I mean, I was gonna predict, and I think I thought about this in episode 1 as well, that Sophie, or at least the plush that she is inhabiting, is the artifact, because Sophie is technically around us more than anybody else, but she has to monitor us. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that's always with Kakeru that has been shared with us, like knowledge that we have. Not like, oh, my house key, this is it. Sophie leaves me with that thought. She's probably tired of deflecting questions. So I need to be prepared to make the right choice at any given time. If I recall correctly, Sophie said before that it was the right decision to keep Sora by my side. When I asked her why, she brushed me off. But maybe I should try finding the answer on my own. If she says keeping Sora close to me was the right choice, maybe that means that in another branch, I didn't. In that branch, I likely didn't let her sleep over, so she didn't spend as much time with me. And then, as a result of keeping Sora close, I prevented Ghost from claiming a second and third victim. But why? Why did keeping Sora close influence Ghost's actions? What was that thing called? The butterfly effect? Apparently the smallest decisions I make cause huge ripples in fate. Somehow keeping Sora by my side stopped Ghost from going on a killing spree. But hold up. Does that mean, like, my choice of what to have for dinner yesterday was of massive cosmic significance too? If I'd picked the katsu curry instead, or hamburgers or something, would it have caused a change in the timeline? Maybe it's not just important decisions, but even trivial ones that can alter fate.
そんな力制御できるかよ。
I mean, if we accidentally give ourselves food poisoning and we're stuck on the can for an entire day, and there's like some, movement in Rig Veda, then yeah, I guess that could be also a problematic choice, is eating shit food. I don't know, but looking back on it, and also with the help of you guys in the comments, yeah, by pushing Sora away, that's actually the episode 1 route. It does lead to Kujo being killed, or if we, make different decisions and get closer to Kujo, it actually protects her. So, I think decisions that have to do with keeping those with these powers closer to us is the divergence points. I think that's where the world branches or whatever begin to diverge, is making decisions that keep those with powers with us or pushing them away. I flop back down onto my bed and roll around. The tiniest choice could save us or doom us. If I wanted to harness my powers as a singularity, I'd need to be able to read the future. I can only make the right choices if I know what happens as a result of them. But on the flip side, if I can figure out how to do that, then I'll be unbeatable. Which sounds great and all, but how the heck am I supposed to get the power to read the future? I guess the fastest way would be to find a user with that power and bring them over to our side, or if necessary, steal that power from them. I'm disgusted with myself for even thinking that. Could my stigma be eroding away at me as well, and I just don't know it? Is that why I'm imagining such horrible things? I close my eyes and try to banish those malevolent thoughts. It's been a while since I was all alone like this. At first, I found Sora's constant presence annoying, but now that she's not here, I'm a little lonely. Well, she's also been a really good help for you here. Aside from answering a worried text from Kujo, I haven't done much of anything today. After eating the sandwich that Sora bought me for lunch, I just curled up on the floor and took a nap for most of the day. Why the floor? And now it's evening. Sora should be coming home soon. I get up and check my phone. Looks like she's already sent me a message. Apparently she's stopping by the house first to pick up some more clothes. I text back sounds good and then put my phone down. Now then, what to do? Well, I guess the problem is there's nothing to do. I seriously got nothing done today. Kujo offered to come by and cook me dinner, but I felt bad for always making her cook for me, so I declined. Maybe I really should have asked her to come. Who knows, I might have had a flash of inspiration if I discussed my artifact with someone else. Well, too late now.
Oh.
The doorbell rings, interrupting my thoughts. Maybe it's Kujo? No, she wouldn't drop by without calling first. It's probably some door-to-door salesman. I can hardly go out and talk to someone looking like this, and if it's a salesman, I can just ignore them. Or maybe not.
おーい
Hey,
いる
yo.
の分かってるんだぞ開けろ
I recognize that voice. Miss Naruse, what's she doing here? I don't think we can let her in, though.
おーい寝てんのニーミくんかけるくん
She mashes the doorbell while yelling at me. Why is she acting like a grade schooler visiting a friend? Shit, what do I do? I can't let her see me like this.
出てこないとこのまま連打し続けるよあと小さい頃の恥ずかしい話を暴露するよ
Okay, we're on the clock now.
くっそ
She's so immature.
はいはいはい
I hobble to the entryway as fast as I can. I position myself so my right half is hidden from view and crack open the door.
やっと開いたおーっす
どうもで
Oh no. Kosaka senpai of all people peeks out from behind Miss Naruse. What the heck are they doing here together? And before I can dwell on it any further, Miss Naruse wedges a foot into the
入
doorway.
れたくないみたいな雰囲気プンプン出してるけど上がらせてもらいます
Miss Naruse shoves the door open, and I'm in no condition to keep her out. And I end up stumbling a few steps backward.
風こじらせてる割に元気じゃん
As she is taking off her shoes, Miss Naruse glances at me, then does a double take, and her expression grows grave. She's staring right at my stone leg. Crap.
何その足
あーいや
Yeah, it was very funny.
あ手もじゃん粘土遊びでもしてたの
粘土あそうっすねそうっすちょっと肩取ってて
なわけないでしょ
Wrecked. I'm not wriggling my way out of this one, am I?
詳しく聞かせてあ小坂さんも入って入って
Kosaka senpai stops fidgeting in the hallway and timidly enters my apartment. In sharp contrast, Miss Naruse struts in like she owns the place.
お邪魔します
どうぞ
Yeah, you know, I will admit, I'm very confused about this combination here. Senpai follows Miss Naruse into the living room. I just stand there for a while, stunned. What the heck's going on? Why are these two together? And why did they come here?
何してんの早くおいで
はい
Dragging my foot behind me, I limp into the living room. The two of them are already sitting down, so I take an empty spot across from them. Excuse me, man, this is making me nervous.
最初に新見くんの疑問に答えておきますと
はい
おばさんから電話があってね風邪ひいて参っちゃってるなら仕事の合間に様子でも見に行ってやるかってね
Oh, how nice.
あーわざわざありがとうございます
はいで高坂さんはマンションの前でうろうろしてたから連れてきた新見くんに用事だったんだよねだよねよかった何付き合ってんの
Nah, that'll be in episode 3, I think.
違いますから先輩はその空ですよ
なんだそらちゃんつながりかつまんないまあいいよ
What a teacher. Miss Naruse narrows her eyes slightly and continues in the same lighthearted tone.
それってもしかしてちょっと前に騒がれてた事件と関係ある見た感じ石みたいになってるけど
I guess if there's gonna be an ordinary person that's gonna actually listen and believe our story, it's probably gonna be her, because of her connection and everything.
あ
一応教師としてじゃなくて昔からの友達として聞いてるんだけどな
This whole time I've been trying to think of a plausible excuse, but when she says that, I stiffen up. When I started going to school at Hakusen, I tried to be more formal and proper with Miss Naruse. Partly because she was my teacher now, but mostly just because I was embarrassed. But right now, it's not Miss Naruse who's worried about me. It's Satsuki-chan, the caring older sister figure who's been looking out for me my whole life. I can't lie to her.
実は
I make up my mind and I tell her everything. No sugarcoating, no glossing over even the more outlandish parts. I tell her everything about the artifacts and about Ghost. When I started, Miss Satsuki-chan just stared at me blankly. But when she saw Kosaka-senpai nodding along, she slowly started to realize I wasn't bullshitting her. While I talk, her expression grows more serious. And when I finally finish, she sighs.
ちょっと整理させてね。
That's fine, take your time.
はい。
かいつまんで話すと、神器が壊れたことをきっかけに超能力に目覚めた人がいるってことだよね。
そうですね。そうなります。
あ、今は敬語とかいいから先生じゃないから今。
ああ、うん。
で、この前の石化事件は超能力者による犯行であると。かけるくんはそいつを追っていて返り討ちにあったと。
そう。
で、様子を見る限り高坂さんも一枚噛んでいますと。そっか。伝承について調べてたのはそういうことね。ちょっと手見せてくれる？
I nod and put my arm onto the table. Satsuki-chan grabs it and looks over the parts that are still petrified.
これを見せられたら信じないわけにはいかないけど。警察には任せられないの？かけるくんが追いかけなくてもいいでしょ、犯人。
I mean, I feel like that there's a good reason we should, and I think some bad reason. I mean, good reason, we have evidence. I mean, a part of us is quite literally stone, and we have also those that have powers. The bad side of this is that they may not immediately believe him, and also, if there's some supernatural shit going on, people that are higher up begin to act a little funky and do some things that are not all that great. I mean, you see it in a lot of different like media. I just got done reading Ajin, I think is what it was called. I mean, it's literally that. The beings that were in that, the invincible, like you can't kill them at all, humans were basically medical experiments. So, yeah, I'm sure something similar would happen here.
警察。その発想がなかったな。
こんな証拠があるんだし。でも入院だとか、
Exactly.
研究させろとか、そういうことになったりもするのかな。
それはちょっと勘弁だな。
そっちの事情はわからないから、ああしろこうしろって偉そうには言えないけど。
She lets go of my arm and sits back. I pull it back into my lap and look up at her. She folds her arms and closes her eyes, her brows furrowing in worry.
そっか、異世界に超能力か。
あれ？
最近ね、声が聞こえたりするんだよね。
Hey yo?
夢？どんな？
どんな？あれはもしかして神様の声とか予知夢とかだったりするのかな。
予知？
Don't tell me she's a user too, and one with the power of foresight. If that's true, she can...
なんちゃって。
Figures.
なんでそんな嘘つくんすか？
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is kind of like a huge shift in the story here. Wait a minute.
嘘って言い方やめてよね。冗談だよ、冗談。ミコジョーク。
Well, I guess in the end, she really is just an ordinary person, as far as I can tell. She gives me a brief smile, but then her serious expression returns.
それ大丈夫なの？ちゃんと治るの？
大丈夫。多分あと3日もあれば。
3日ね。ちょっと私の理解を超えちゃってあんまり軽はずみなことも言えないけど、何かあったら相談だけはしてよね。伝承と関係があるんでしょ？ちょっとは力になれるかも。
ありがとう。もし何かあればちゃんと話すよ。
学校もしばらく病欠ってことにしておいてあげる。おばさんの方には どうしようかな。来ちゃったら困るよね。
めっちゃ困る。
じゃあなんとか切り抜けなさい。
Thanks.
あ、はい。
Just thank you.
自分でなんとかします。
Fantastic.
はいってことで元気にしてるのは確認できたから。
あ、ごめん、お茶も出してなかった。
君先生に対してタメ口とは何事かね。
めんどくさいなこの人。
聞こえてるぞ。あ、これ今日の配布物。
ありがとうございます。
じゃあね、あとは2人でしっぽりとしたまえ。
Oh, you know it.
しっぽりってちょっと。何意味深な顔で先輩の肩叩いてんすか。何なんすか。ニヤッとするなニヤッと。あんた本当に教師か。
はいはい、じゃあね、気をつけなさいよ。
Wow.
はい。
What a teacher.
ありがとうございます。
見送りはいいから。バイバイ。
Satsuki-chan, or I guess Mrs. Naruse, waves me off when I try to stand and heads over to the entryway.
じゃあね
はい。ありがとうございました。
The door slams shut and I slump back into my seat. Now then. And now I'm alone with Senpai. What do I do? I wasn't expecting this. I solemnly swear sex is the last thing on my mind right now. I'm not hoping for any kind of romantic development. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, you having to tell yourself that is also not good. The two of us fidget around silently, though probably for different reasons. But eventually the silence becomes too much for me to bear. I've got to say something.
今日はもしかしてお見舞いに来てくれたんですか。
She glances at me for a second and then looks away. I know her well enough by now to understand that she's not ignoring me, but rather desperately thinking of how to reply. She's alone with a guy. It's got to be traumatic for her. There's no telling when she might swap over to her other personality.
空はまだしばらく帰ってこないんです。もし空に用事があるなら明日にしてもらった方がいいかもしれません。
She finally manages to speak, but all that comes out is faint stammering. Embarrassed, she blushes and shrinks back. Rather than rush her, I sit back and wait for her to feel comfortable speaking.
石化のことですよね。ちょっと前まで肘の上まで石になってたんです。徐々に治ってきました。
ごめんなさい。私がゴーストさん。
I don't know about that.
もし私がリグベータに。
Okay, but also consider this. If she didn't join Rig Veda, then we probably wouldn't have actually prevented there being a second victim. Because we wouldn't have, Sora wouldn't have tried to follow Kosaka Senpai over to the shrine that night, get caught by Ghost, and all of those events to set forth. So, Kosaka needed to have joined Rig Veda.
いえ、いずれこうなっていましたよ。俺たちはゴーストを追っていたわけですし。
And that is true. I mean, we didn't run into her in episode 1, but we were kind of slow on the uptake with a lot of things.
先輩、かばってくれましたよ、あの夜。おかげで助かりました。ありがとうございました。
それはもう一人の帰ります。
あ、はい。今日はありがとうございました。
I feel so bad for her. Like, believe it or not, I actually do feel bad for her. She can't even, like, speak for herself. Kosaka Senpai looks down and gets to her feet. She turns around halfway and then stops as if she remembered something. I wait as she fidgets for a moment before silently pulling a small box out of her bag. Are those cookies?
ちゃんとしたもの書いた
Okay, again, I am cutting her short a lot here, but it's just because, holy shit, it takes her like a full minute to get a line out. Which apparently they work on in the next episode. She bows to me, and then she turns around and scurries toward the entrance. I follow after her, or I follow after to see her off.
ありがとうございました。
Alright, Senpai puts on her shoes, bows to me again, and leaves my apartment. She never did swap personalities. I guess that means she's gotten a little more comfortable with me? Maybe? She even bought me cookies. Man, what is going on? First Kujo, then Kosuka-senpai. And I guess Yuki was here too, actually. In the past 2 days, I've had 3 different girls come to my place. I know now's not the time to have my head in the clouds, but I can't help feeling a little happy. I guess in the end, I'm still a teenager. I head back to the living room. Thank God Sora wasn't here for this. She would never let me hear the end of it. I sit down on the floor and open the box of cookies. I never expected I would wind up spilling the beans to Miss Naruse, but the important thing now is, how will that choice affect future events? I hope it influences them in a good way. I munch on a cookie as I mull over my day. Well, it just means that she's involved now. I don't think Kosuka would do anything. About an hour has passed since Miss Naruse and Senpai left. I hear the door open and someone walks in. I don't hear an "I'm home," but it's gotta be Sora. I stay where I am and wait for her to come into the living room. But she doesn't show up. Is it not Sora? Now I'm getting worried. I silently get to my feet and limp forward as stealthily as I can. I slowly pull open the living room door. Oh, okay. I was getting a little worried there. Sora is standing right there. I almost ran right into her. She seems surprised too, and then she stares at me, rooted in place.
悪い。タイミング悪かったな。おかえり。
ただいま。
Sora brushes by me and drops her bag onto my bed. I go back to my spot and sit down.
荷物少ないな。
え？
着替えは？
ああ、やっぱいいかなって。
何かあったか？
なんで？
妙におどおどっていうか、そわそわっていうか。
ああ、ご飯買ってくるつもりだったけど忘れちゃった。
なんだそんなことか。
着替えたら買ってくる。
いいよ、デリバリー頼もう。いつも買いに行ってもらうの悪いしな。
別にそんな大変でもないけど。
いいからちょっと待ってろ。
I wake up my laptop and open a delivery website.
おい、好きなの選べ。
いいの？
どうぞ。
じゃあ。
Sora sits down next to me and pores over the options. She slowly scrolls the mouse wheel, perusing the restaurant list, and once she reaches the bottom, she scrolls back up instead of going to the next page.
ピザってあり？
あり。好きなのどうぞ。
本当にいいの？私の好きなので。
いいよ。注文済ませちゃってくれ。
Sora clicks the link for a delivery pizza place and happily goes through the menu. Pizza, huh? We're seriously splurging here. Fortunately, our parents don't mind that the two of us are always eating out or ordering delivery. I grumble a lot about how they're too nice to Sora, but when all said is done, or said and done, damn if I could speak, I pamper her a lot too.
M サイズ2枚。
そんなに食えないだろ。
ニーニの明日のお昼にできるなって思って。
2枚でも余るんじゃないか？サイドメニュー頼んだら？
そっか、サイドか。ポテトとフライドチキンと、あとシーザーサラダ。飲み物は？
せっかくだしコーラ。
じゃあ私も。デザートは？
いらない。
ほいほい。
Sora advances to the payment screen and fills out all the necessary information. She's actually memorized my address. That's kind of impressive.
できた。
ご苦労。
お金準備しといて。ご飯用の財布私のカバンに入ってる。
Hey, hey.
I pull Sora's bag over to me and fish around in it for her wallet. Meanwhile, Sora starts changing right in front of me. Even though she's the one changing in plain sight, she's probably gonna give me some bullshit about it, like, don't peek. Since I don't want to have to deal with that, I take her bag and get to my feet.
どこ行くの？
着替え終わるまで台所にいる。
いいよ別に。
俺が良くない。
いいってば、気にしないから。
だから俺が。
いてよ。
Her expression grows serious. There's a hint of desperation in her voice. Surprised, I turn around. Sora is staring at me intently.
別に見なくていいからさ。いてよ。
Yeah, see, she's being clingy.
わかったよ。
ありがとう。
I go back to my seat and turn away from Sora. The sound of rustling clothes. I don't know why, but it leaves me anxious. Sora's been trying to pretend nothing happened, but now I'm sure that's not true. If she's not telling me, either it's something I can't do anything about, or she just doesn't want me, or she doesn't want to burden me while I'm injured, excuse me. She's more considerate than she looks, so chances are it's the latter. I could force her to spit it out, but damn it. Normally I would just ask her what's wrong, but thanks to Sophie's lecture from earlier, I can't help but overanalyze every single decision I have to make. What's the right thing to do here?
お兄ちゃん。
Sora's slender arms wrap around me. She presses her weight up against me, warm and fragile.
なんだ、空。
好き。
It's so out of left field that for a moment my mind goes blank. This isn't the time to hesitate.
マジでどうした？何があった？
聞いてくれる？
ああ、聞くよ。何でも言え。兄ちゃんが解決してやる。
ありがとう。あのね。
あ
ニーニのドラファンタクティクスのデータ上書きしちゃった。
When can we ever take things seriously?
あ？
ニーニが何百時間もかけてステータスマックスにしたデータ消しちゃったの。あの最強の軍団はもういないの。私の雑魚軍団に消し去られちゃったの。ニーニ、私は待ってるよ。今さら怒るものか。俺はお前を許すって言葉を。
ちょっと離れて。
やだ。
離れてくれる？
嫌です。
離れろ。
やだ、叩くもん。
叩かない。
本当？
殴る。やだ、
ごめんなさい、許して。
なんでさ、お前はさ、そういうことするかな？
わざとじゃないです。ちょっとレトロなゲームやってみたかったんです。事故なんです。
事故って。お前さ、ほんとさ。俺の大事なものがどんどん失われていく。
You know, when you think about it, his family is pretty fucked up.
もうやんないでしょ。セーブデータ3年前だったよ。
だけど、そうだけど、お前が言うな。それをお前が言うな。
I mean, shit, I've got saves from like years ago on a lot of other games, but I would be devastated if they were deleted. I'm sure I'd get over it, but like, still, I don't want that happening. Like, what, my Persona 5 Royal run? I don't want that deleted. My Kingdom Hearts runs? I don't want those deleted. Like, don't get rid of my shit.
お兄様大好き。許して。
うわ、ぶっ飛ばして、張り倒して。
I do feel like she actually is covering up something that actually did happen. There's no way that she would come in acting the way that she is, and then she would try to just like, I don't know, blow it off as if it was just something like this. Their silly banner. I don't know, something's up.
ごめんってば。本当に悪いと思ってるの。ごめんなさい。
おい、やめろ。閉めるな、俺の首を。
ごめんなさい。
わかった、わかったって。
許してくれる？
許しはしないけれども。
許して。
God damn, that shit's hurting my ears. Sora clings to me, sobbing out big old crocodile tears. I understand, of course, this is all just an act. She knows that I know there's something wrong, so she's trying to distract me, making stuff up so I don't worry about her. Should I push her? Should I tell her she doesn't have to pretend to be cheerful with me? This is something Sora doesn't want me to know. Maybe I'm making a mistake here. Maybe I'm just too soft, but in the end, I decide not to press her for answers. I'm still worried, but for now, I'll respect Sora's feelings. Just for now. Yeah, we'll punch her later. Maybe in her sleep or something. That'll be proper payback. I think that'll work out. Are we in the wrong for violence? No.
行ってきまーす
And we end this video kind of where it started, I guess. Whatever. I suppose. Yeah, we'll end it here. Yeah, I need to record more. Like maybe an extra 5-10 minutes. We really gotta wrap this episode up. I know that the episodes off of 1 are a little longer. I don't know if they continue to get longer off of each one. So episode 3 will be longer than 2, 4 will be longer than 3, and so on and so forth. But either way, I mean, I'm having good fun. I think everything's been a fun time, but I'm still wary for what's to come. And I already talked about it, so I won't bring it up again. Thank you all for watching this one. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.